F minor. Hold on, let me turn that down. B flat, 1 chord to the 6th chord, to C minor 7, 2, 3, F13, and 1, 6, 2, 5. We had a lesson this morning. Oh, we're in B now. With our iMusic Academy, and we're just going to do a little bit of, we're not even live yet. Hold up, let me stop this really quickly. I'm going to start this over. We're unlisted. How did that happen? All right, everyone. We're going to do just a little practice session. We had our all access Thursday morning practice session where we talked about B flat blues, B blues, back to B flat, and then A blues. And we were talking about simple ways for my beginners as well as my intermediate players to take these simple 5-finger pattern and also add your left hand voicings for a jazz blues, and then also ways that you can make music out of it by even just creating melodies. And then you learn how to take the first 5 notes of the blues scale and turn it around in so many different ways. I even have a course that's about to come out within the next few days of just one particular shape and how many different ways you can use it. But right now what I want to do is show you how to use these backing tracks. So we have this idea of B flat first, and I'll kind of talk you through, B flat first, and then it goes up a half step to B, back to B flat, and then down to A. And I call this the 3-key, the up-down approach. So let me turn on the track. And we had a great lesson this morning. We have such an amazing community, but I want to also show our YouTube community just kind of the way we like to practice and get a lot of things done. So B flat 9 wants to go to E flat 13 by moving the bottom 2 notes down. Now you're at F minor. We call that pinky up, pinky down. E flat stays for E diminished. That's the 1 chord. G7 with the flat 13, C minor. And don't be scared by when I call out chords like a B flat 13. All right, now we're in the key of B. B9 goes to E. And you're at F sharp minor, pinky up, pinky down, E, 2, 3, 4, F diminished. And the B9 to our G sharp, C sharp minor 9 goes to F sharp 13. 1, 6, 2. Now we're going to go back to our comfort key of B flat. Pinky up, pinky down, E flat to E diminished to B flat, 2 and 3 and 4, 6 chord, G7 flat 13 to C minor 9 to F 13, 6, 2, 5. Now we're going to go down a half step to the key of A to D, and back to A9. Now pinky up, pinky down. D13 goes to E flat diminished, back to A. Now we go to F sharp, 2 and 3 and 4, and then B minor 9 to E13. And we do 1, 6, 2, 5 in the key of A, and then we start over. Here we go. B flat 9, 2 and 3 and 4. If you're enjoying this, make sure you give me a like there, and also say hello in the chat if you're nice and bold and you love to practice. And I'm going to give my beginners something in just a minute. And 2 and 3 and 4 and C minor 9 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1. Now we're going to go up to B. B9, 3, 2, E7, 2, enter pinky up and pinky down, E7, F diminished, 1, 2, 3, 6 chord, G sharp, and then to C sharp minor 9, to F sharp 13, and we go 1, 6, 2, 5, back to B flat, our comfort key. Pinky up, pinky down. I'm about to talk about the right hand in just a second. And 1, 6, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 5, down to A. Pinky up, pinky down. minor 9, to E, 1, 6, 2, 5, the key of A, and then guess what? We get to start over. Here we go. Pinky up, pinky down. All right, now let's stop the track for just a second and talk about a couple of additional things we can work on. We do have we have 2 different academies. One is our all access group. We do blues, jazz, all kinds of things. I mean, technique, classical, arrangements, songs, whatever, all kinds of things. And then we have our chord academy, which is all about chords, jazz chords and things. And we do exercises in all keys and things like that. So 2 different ways to get it plugged in. But also you can just hang out at the YouTube channel and occasionally see me post lives like this one and additional videos. So I hope you're enjoying this, and a reminder to like this video if you like this content and want me to keep this up, and also if you say hello in the chat, that's always good as well. All right, so we talked about left-hand voicings. Very quickly, for a simple jazz blues, we have B flat 9 goes to E flat 13, and all I did is move the bottom 2 notes down a half step, back up to B flat, and then we call pinky up, pinky down, gives you F minor to B flat, then E flat diminished. You can use the same exact chord voicing, and then your B flat 9 to G7 flat 13. And the reason I like this is a flat 13 is because of a voice leading. Da wants to go here, da da 1 ba da da. So we're always looking to create some really nice voice leading. So that's 1 6 2 5, and you will always do 1 6 2 5 is something you'll play over and over thousands of times, no matter what song you're playing. You're going to use 1 6 2 5 often. So we just went through the jazz blues. How do you play a jazz blues? Many times at iMusic Academy, we're doing simple blues progressions as well, 1 4 and 5. But we also want to be able to play a jazz blues. So we've dealt with that in 3 different keys. And now what we're going to do is in the right hand, we're going to talk about the first 5 notes of the blues scale. So let's go to C for just a second. We have, if we're playing a C scale, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, or C D E F G A B C. And you guys know I like for you to be able to spell your scales going down as well, and that's for another conversation. But if you think of your scales in terms of numbers, you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. To get the first 5 notes of any blues scale, you're going to do 1 of the C major, the flat 3 of C major, the 4, the sharp 4, meaning to the right, and then the 5. So just by having these 4 notes, you already have melodic material that'll make you sound amazing, even over a jazz blues or a very simple blues. Let me demonstrate that by just doing what we call automatic pilot at first, where I'm just going up and down. You can do right hand only, 1 2 3 4 5, or you can do both hands at the same time. And the reason I'm showing you this is because I want you to be able to play in any key. Show up, you can play a major blues or a minor blues, and really feel confident as you start to not only learn the notes and develop this shape, which every finger has a place, and I can literally mash it down. It sounds horrible, but it gives me control to play any one of these notes at any time, and it's going to sound great. So that's the goal for you. And also for my more intermediate players, you're going to take the 2, if I was playing in the key of C, and I'm going to go up and down. And I'm doing automatic pilot with this same thing, right? So at iMusic Academy this month, we're doing 3 or 4 actual things we're focusing on this week. The first one is our songbook. We have an iMusic Academy. All of our members get their own song, and we're currently working on that, which is awesome. Today we did the one that has the Oscar Peterson style lick in the middle of it, and it's Peter's Gumbo Blues. And so every one of my original songs for my students always teach a bunch of different things. So we're going through our songbook, but we're also doing technique. I want everybody, my YouTube community as well, make sure you're using these IDs, these exercises. So I have a course called 50 Days to Flying Fingers that is in the membership area, but it's things like this. Example 1 is just a C triad. Hold the bottom note and do the triad, and then you go to D, F, and A. Now I do have a classical background as well, and there's certain exercises that I learned from the classical tradition that are going to really help you develop finger strength. This helps the 4th and 5th fingers. You start here on the C, and then you go to D, but hold the bottom 2 notes, and you're going to do this 4 times. I'll do it faster. I want you to do it slower. And then you're going to reverse this. You start at the top and you go G and you're going down the triad, but hold the top notes. Then you go F and D and C. Now, when you first do that, it's going to be difficult, and I would even love to hear from you. For those of you who said, yeah, I tried that exercise and it was really hard. It may be hard today, may be hard this next week, but then you're going to start to notice how strong your fourth and fifth fingers get, even from that one exercise. And that course, 50 Days to Flying Fingers, is crazy in depth, because it's my favorite course that I've ever created. But so that is one of our focuses, technique at iMusic Academy this month, and we're also doing our rhythm. Our rhythm this month is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Kind of that red garland approach, 1 and 2 and. So the and of 2 and the and of 4. So I have everybody doing these exercises. I say first start on the downbeat, 1. So then it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we have our songbooks we've been going through, we have our technique, and then we have our rhythm. And rhythm is such an important part of everything we do. But even here this exercise, or let me explain this exercise. This is going to help everybody, so pay attention. You have 3 flat 7 9 of C. And in my right hand, I'm going to do just the first 5 notes on what we call automatic pilot. Now watch this. If I start on the downbeat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Already you're building up some muscle memory. You're also learning how to play both hands at the same time. But something really key is happening. The F sharp gets the and of 2. Let me explain. Together at first, the C and the chord, 1 and 2 and. So my F sharp up here, fourth finger on the F sharp, gets the and of 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now watch what happens on the way back down. My E flat gets the next beat. That's the and of 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you hear it and understand it, or if you're enjoying this, please say hello in the chat and make sure you like this video. I think this is really, really helpful information. In fact, this takes somebody from just playing some chords and really wishing they could swing the left hand and really sound like you're swinging, to all of a sudden you're really sounding great, even without a group, even by yourself. If you learn this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. All right, so the next step after you learn that, on the way up, it's the F sharp gets the and of 2. On the way back down, the E flat gets the and of 4. So then you start putting these changes together that we just have been practicing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Pinky up, down, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, so let's turn on the track again and let's have some fun. Here's what we're going to do now. The first couple of times we're going to do it. This is for my beginners out there. You're either going to do right hand only, or you're going to do both hands at the same time. The fingering is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you're just now joining us, I see we have 7 people watching. You're going to want to watch this again, because I literally take you through like how to get going on this jazz blues stuff. Now, I've created a bunch of new backing tracks, and that is because you guys helped me get software to help do that. I did a little fundraiser. We not only made it, we exceeded it. And some of you have been sending little donations to my links of just saying, hey, thank you for everything. So again, I want to say thank you for the donations that have come in. I did buy one expansion pack. We had money left over. And then some of you who I don't even know have just donated, you know, some money along the way to say, hey, this is for the backing track project that we're working on. And I want you guys to know that I've taken out any kind of mid-roll things on all these backing tracks I'm creating, and instead of generating ad revenue from those, I would just prefer, if anyone wants to do a donation, just follow one of those links. But I'm creating crazy amounts of backing tracks for you guys, and things like the one we're about to use is live on iMusic Academy. And I'm going to do another one today of this idea. We're in a zone where we're doing B flat, B, back to B flat and A. So 3 keys we're really trying to work on. And so I'm going to create a 3-key version, a 3-chord version of these same 3 chords, and I'll put that up later today. So again, thank you to those of you who've been able to donate to the project. Any amount is appreciated, and it's not expected. So just thank you so much. All right, let's turn on the track, and let's go through this idea. I'm going to do automatic pilot in the right hand, and I'm going to do, we'll be in B flat first, and I'll do the left hand voicings. But let me back up, because I said that I was going to do something for my beginners. Let's do the beginner approach of how you're going to get used to this. Here we go. At first, we're going to go automatic pilot. We're in the key of B flat. That's more of a comfort key for my jazz people. Right hand only is great, or both hands at the same time. You're working the fingers. C minor. Pay attention to your chords. 6, 2. Now it's going to go to B. Now watch this. B, the first 5 notes, there's only one sharp. It's F sharp. I could also do this in quarter notes. And I'm not just playing the notes. I'm thinking about the notes in my mind, like I'm thinking ba da 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 da. Now we get to go back to our comfort key. 2, 3, B flat. Automatic pilot, just getting used to it. In a few more courses, we're going to add the left hand, so you want to stay tuned for this. All right, now we're going to go down a half step to A. And the A blues scale is only going to have 1 flat, and that's E flat. So you start to notice little patterns like that. It will really help you in the transposition side of things. Go back to B flat. It starts over. Here we go. Now what I'm going to do is make some music out of this. 2 and 3. You see how that works? So I can go. I'm just using one of those notes, one of those 5 notes. Now I go up to B. Up, down. One, 6, 2, back to B flat. Really simple. We have this beginning blues sheet that tells you different ways to turn around that one idea. Now we're in the key of A. Pinky up, down. Back to B flat. Let's go back to automatic pilot. One chord goes to the 6 chord, goes to 2 chord. 1, 6, 2, 5. B. Back to B flat. Pinky up, pinky down. let's go to A. I'm going to show you a really cool trick in just a second. All right, now let's talk about something. A really cool thing that you can do, and I call this like a little secret trick. A secret trick. And that is, let me stop this. Take this back to the beginning. Is this, if I'm in the key of B flat and I'm playing my blues, and all those 5 notes we know are going to work. If I go down 3 half steps from that, now I'm on the G minor first 4 notes of the blues scale there. So that's a trick right there that will help you not only survive, but I always say things like you thrive. You can play the blues in any key and show up with your friends, and you have this that you know is going to work in the key of B flat, and then you go down 3 half steps and you play the first 4 notes of that blues scale. Okay? So this is your plan A. But this might be your plan A, actually, because the 6th note of the scale is so good. And even when I do that, I want you to listen to the sound it does. It does the minor third of B flat. So there's my 6, there's my root, there's my 9. That's why this sounds good. And the only thing that could even make this better, or one thing that can even make this better, what's up, Jose? Jose is a member of one of our academies. He's a member of Chord Academy. Always good to see you, Jose. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, watch this. You have this idea of going to the minor third to the major third, right? So you're playing this minor sound, and it sounds fantastic. Or I could use the first 5 notes. We have our cheat code, go down 3 half steps. Now you play the G minor, but occasionally I want to hear that Ray Charles, that minor third to major third, that little slide. Let's just listen to how that would sound if I just use that one little cheat code. I'm going to go minor third to major third, little Ray Charles. That's all we're doing. There's that G minor. There's minor third to major third. Doesn't that sound nice? Now I'm going to the key of B. So what's my cheat code? I'm going to go down 3 half steps. So for B, I know that B major only has, let me stop this really quickly. I'm going to give Jose a little tip here again, is that we know our C blues scale, right? We've worked on that together. 1, 2, 3, 4 are your finger numbers. Thumb comes under, and you have 1, 3. And you come back down. And I love having the F sharp be my anchor note. Like, that's my transition. If I get to that F sharp with that 4th finger, that like helps me ground me into that shape, and I know where I am. But related to that, if I go up a half step and now I'm in the key of B, and if we're really honest with ourselves, we say, yeah, I'm good at C and I'm good at F and I'm good at a few other keys, but often we don't play in keys like B unless we're forced to, like I'm doing that to you guys now. But notice that key of B only has 1 sharp, and that's F sharp. Only 1 black key, which is F sharp. And so if I think about that, my scale fingering is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the way back down, I kind of think about getting my 3rd finger over and doing it really slowly. Normally I would play this a lot slower, but for the sake of time and really just digging into the concepts, I'm kind of doing it a little faster because I have a lot of material I want to show you guys. But isn't it nice to know that as we're playing this B flat B blues, we only have 1 black note, and that's the F sharp. And that'll really help us when we're doing things like so when we're in the key of B, Jose, we know we have a couple of nice things we can do. We can go first 5 notes of the B blues scale, And we have that beginning blues sheet that's in the Academy, which you guys know you can turn around this idea so many different ways. But you can also do the cheat code. You're going to go down 3 half steps. Now you're in G sharp for the key of B, and you do the first 4 notes of there, and you have, right? And then if we want that nice minor third to major third sound, that's what we have to actually hammer on to that in this key. Right, so just like we did that, now we got this idea of this, and it fits right under the hand there. You have to hammer on that. Key of B flat slides right off. It's beautiful. But in the key of B, you have to hammer on. There's little techniques you have to learn there. But for the key of B, you're using the first 5 notes. And if you're a beginner, just use those first 5 notes and don't worry about just right hand only. Then you go to the key of B flat. We already know first 5 notes there. And then there's our cheat code down 3 half steps. And then for the key of A, you have your normal first 4 notes of first 5 notes of the A blues scale. What's our cheat code for A? Go down 3 half steps. Now you're on F sharp. Listen to this. Now for these voicings right here, where we go 3, flat 7, 9, that's the lowest I'm going to go for the key of A. After that, I will reverse it and play up here. So for the key of A, I can start my voicing here, or I can go and do that formula as well. But after A, then it gets too low. Like that's a too low of a voicing for A flat. Into 3, flat 7, 9 voicing. All right, let's turn on the track and we'll put all of these together and then we'll call it a day. And then I look forward to seeing our Chord Academy tomorrow morning, ready to go. All right, here we go. So we're in the B flat and the first 5 notes. And I'm going to switch to automatic pilot. Here we go. I'll first do 8th notes. We did a whole tutorial on this morning. Okay, now I'm in the key of B. Let's do quarter notes in the right hand. Pinky up, pinky down. Let's do the cheat code right here. I went 3 half steps down from B. Back to B flat. Pinky up, pinky down. Now just left hand and right hand together. Now we're about to go to the key of A. 1, 2, first 5 notes of the A blues scale. Pinky up, pinky down. To F sharp. Cheat code. 1, 6, 2. Back to home, B flat. Pinky up, pinky down. Going up to B. Here we go. B. What about our cheat code? And hammering on. Now we go back to B flat. Let's get our comfort key. Cheat code. Key of A. Here we go. Uh-oh. Something happened. Oh, my internet. My internet kind of froze for a second. Well. Let me know if you guys are still with me. My internet kind of froze for a minute. All right, now I hope that you're seeing how we're putting all this together. So let me wind this lesson up with just a couple of quick things. So we've been growing in our academy lately. We've had a lot of people sign up for the Chord Academy, and a lot of them have moved over to the All Access thing. And so what I'm always looking for is the next person that just wants to go for it and join us. Whether it's Chord Academy, whether it's the All Access Academy. Once you're in that the All Access thing, you never have to buy any additional things. I have courses coming out this next week, and I just put them in the folders and we practice them together. So just know that that's a lot of fun. We do technique, we do jazz, we do blues. I have retired people as young as 86. And it's awesome. And we have some younger people in and people all in between and all different kinds of levels. But everybody, it's just an amazing community. Nobody judges anybody, and it's so much fun to be on the lives. Jose is a member of our Chord Academy, which I'm so thankful for Jose being a part of the Chord Academy. So here's how you're going to practice this stuff. You're going to take the first 5 notes of the blues scale. And this up-down approach is a part of my backing track project. And again, for those who are just now joining us, remember that I'm not doing ads throughout any of the videos. There might be an ad on the front end, but the donations are definitely helping me with this, just to create backing tracks and then not put ads throughout the middle or anything. But we're doing the up-down method. I am going to do all keys. So the pattern is this. We start in B flat, a comfort key, and then we're going to go up a half step to B, and then we go back to B flat, and then we go down to A. The next backing track I'm going to do in the up-down approach is going to include 2 of the keys we've already done, and we're going to add 1 more key. So you see how this is going to work. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is you have these you can practice. My beginners, intermediate, and advanced. It's not a bad idea to really know the first 5 notes of all your blues scales. The next thing is you have this cheat code. You can go down 3 half steps, and now I'm at G for B flat. And now the first 5 notes are going to sound amazing. And occasionally I want to have that Ray Charles-ish kind of idea of sliding. I like that second finger slide. And just those 3 patterns you can do a lot with just those 3 ideas. For the people who want to take it to the next level in the terms of the jazz thing, we did a whole workshop this morning on this. B flat 9 wants to go to E flat 13, B flat 9, then pinky up, pinky down, and then we go E flat diminished, or E diminished, same chord. And then here's the 1, B flat 9 to the 6th chord, G7 flat 13 to C minor 9 to F13. Then we do 1, 6, 2, 5. And then we did the same thing, which takes a little bit of work. Then now you have to learn the same voicings, but in the key of B. And this is a process. You don't have to get it today, but you're going to get it. B9, 3 of a B scale, the flat 7, and the 9 goes to an E13 back here, and then I go pinky up, pinky down, E13, and then you're at F diminished, and then B13 to G sharp, then C sharp, and then F sharp, and then we go same thing. We do 1, 6, 2, 5, and the only other key we had to do was A9 goes to D13, A9, pinky up, pinky down, D13, E flat diminished, A13, F sharp, which is the 6th chord, B minor 9, which is the 2 of B, 5, and we go 1, 6, 2, 5. For my beginners, I am also creating a backing track today, which will take the same approach of B flat to B flat to A, but we're going to do a 3-chord version. So instead of the full jazz changes that we've been doing, we'll do this: 1 chord to the 4 chord to the 1 chord, and then it'll go 5 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord, 5. So it's still using some jazzy type changes, but just 3 chords per key. All right, now if you've enjoyed this lesson, please let me know in the chat, and also just say hello if you want to do that. Make sure you like this video, and let's decide if I'm going to keep this up, even though this is kind of what we do in our academies, but we really get we really go crazy with the PDFs and the courses and going through all the books. Let me just give you guys one last little tip that I'm going to throw up on the screen, is that since the technique side of things is really important to me, and to make sure you guys know. This morning on our academy, on our all access group, we talked about learning different keys. So like B major, we talked about learning the numbers, learning the scale fingering, why we learn the scale. And so we went through that, but we also did this finger exercise that I'm actually going to put on the screen. I always send out the Google Drive links that have the folders. So like 50 Days to Flying Fingers, example 1. And so this is the exercise I want everybody to try, and I would love for you to let me know how your fingers work after you've tried this for a little bit. And I don't mean a little bit today. I mean, you've done this for a week. So watch this. Holding the bottom notes. You can do this 4 times. And then you're going to reverse it. Start on the top. I do have a classical background, so like when I created this course, it's like it has Oscar Peterson, Tatum, it has boogie woogie, jazz, blues, like it has an etude at the end that is in 10/8, that is a finger buster that's so awesome, an F jazz blues in 10/8. And so my favorite course that I've ever created, but I'm telling you that because I do have a background in classical music and I learned all about technique. I was able to study with some really amazing people. And so I took their knowledge, my love for jazz, blues, and created 50 Days to Flying Fingers. So we're going through that. We're starting to go through that this January, but that is sort of my theme, is to go through that course in the academy. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. And Jose, if you're still here, thank you so much for hanging out today. And I'll see all of you in the next video. I'll try to do those backing tracks today. And if anybody is wanting to give any of our academies, if you need more information, let me know. But I say go for it. I think anybody's going to love it. Have a great day. All right, Jose, I'll see you tomorrow, man. 8 o'clock, ready to go. I always say that you have 1 minute to say goodbye to all of our people in the academy, but since it's just me, and at least it was Jose, that might be hard. I'm going to be on for another 30 seconds, but I want somebody else who's watching now just to say hello in the chat. Oh, I did start something new in our academy. I call it Tailored Lessons, since my name is Bob Taylor, and my thing is you decide on the song that you want to study this week, and everybody gets to see my arrangement for you of whatever song. So we had, the songs have been coming in. Somebody requested Misty, somebody requested Satin Doll, somebody requested Laura. And so I'm doing all these, I'm like showing you exactly how to play whatever song you want to learn. And so that's a new addition to iMusic Academy, which I'm really excited about. I've already started. I did one of them. Somebody wanted The Rose. Bette Midler is their song. So we did it. We did some jazz chords over it. So anybody who's willing to do a leap of faith, join our academy. It ultimately is like $14 and a little bit of change a week to be a part of our group. And that's not only is it 4 different live sessions, 2 with the All Access, 2 with Chord Academy. You get all the files, all the courses, you get the community. It's crazy. So I'm looking for the next person to take the leap of faith and do it. And you're going to love it. I'm telling you. People who have been signing up, people who have been a part of Chord Academy, who have made the switch, they love it. And I love teaching you guys. So, all right. Jose and everyone else, thank you for joining us today. I would love to just email me and tell me about whatever your piano goals are for 2025. I would love to help you, and it doesn't matter if you sign up or not. I'd love to point you in the right direction. So have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Go practice.